I loved beautiful things. The allure of a new dress, the feel of luxurious fabric between my fingers, the promise of a new beginning with each purchase. It was intoxicating. Every shopping trip felt like a treasure hunt, and I was the eager explorer, always on the lookout for the next perfect find. My home overflowed with clothes, books, and trinkets. Each corner of my room was filled with items that I had collected over the years. The shelves were stacked with books I intended to read, the drawers were crammed with accessories, and the wardrobe was bursting at the seams with clothes, many of which still had their price tags attached. Each item held a memory or a promise of future use, yet I felt suffocated. The nostalgia attached to each piece was overwhelming. I would often find myself lost in memories, holding an old scarf or a trinket from a long-forgotten trip. But instead of bringing joy, these items weighed me down, creating a sense of chaos and clutter in my mind. One day, I opened my closet and saw rows of unworn clothes. Dresses, blouses, and skirts that I had bought on a whim, thinking they would be perfect for some future occasion that never came. The sight was overwhelming, a stark reminder of my impulsive buying habits. Each item represented wasted money and unfulfilled expectations. The price tags were a constant reminder of the money I had spent on things I didn't need. The clothes hung there, mocking me with their pristine condition, untouched and unloved. This realization hit me hard. I had been living in a cycle of consumption, always wanting more, but never feeling satisfied. The more I bought, the emptier I felt. It was a vicious cycle that I needed to break. I had so much, yet I felt unfulfilled. My possessions, instead of bringing me happiness, had become a burden. The clutter in my home mirrored the clutter in my mind. I realized that I needed to make a change, not just in my surroundings, but in my mindset as well. That day, I decided to change my life. I made a commitment to declutter my home and my mind. I would only keep things that sparked joy, items that truly added value to my life. It was time to let go of the excess and embrace a simpler, more intentional way of living. I would declutter my home and only keep things that sparked joy. The process was not easy. Each item I picked up brought back memories, but I had to be ruthless. I sorted my belongings into keep and donate piles, making sure that only the things that truly made me happy stayed. This decision marked the start of my journey towards a simpler, more fulfilling life. As I cleared out the clutter, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. My home became a sanctuary, a place of peace and tranquility. The minimalist lifestyle brought a sense of clarity and purpose that I had been missing. It was time to let go of the excess and embrace the joy of less. I donated the items that no longer served me, knowing that they would find a new home where they would be appreciated. The process of letting go was liberating, and I felt a newfound sense of freedom. My journey towards minimalism had just begun, but I was already reaping the benefits of a simpler, more intentional life. The first step was the hardest, confronting my sentimental items. It felt like opening a time capsule, each item a portal to a different moment in my life. I held on to childhood toys, letters from old friends, and mementos from various stages of my life. Each piece seemed to whisper stories of joy, sorrow, and everything in between. There were gifts I never used, kept out of a sense of obligation. They were tokens of affection from people who had once been close, but whose paths had diverged from mine. Each item held a memory, making it difficult to let go. It was as if letting go of the item meant letting go of the memory itself, a thought that filled me with a deep sense of loss. I realized that holding on to these items wouldn't bring back the past. The memories were already a part of me, woven into the fabric of my being. The physical items were just reminders, not the memories themselves. Instead, they were weighing me down, preventing me from moving forward. The clutter was a physical manifestation of my emotional baggage, and it was time to lighten the load. I decided to keep only the items that sparked genuine joy when I held them. The process was emotional. Each decision felt like a small victory, a step towards reclaiming my space and my peace of mind. I laughed, I cried, and I reminisced. The journey through my past was a roller coaster of emotions, but it was also a cathartic experience. It allowed me to honor my memories while also making room for new ones. But with each item I released, I felt a weight lift from my shoulders. The space around me began to feel lighter, more open, and filled with possibilities. It was as if by letting go of the past, I was making room for the future. I carefully organized the items I chose to keep, giving them a special place where they could be appreciated without overwhelming my space. Each item now had a purpose and a place, contributing to a sense of order and tranquility. I also took the time to journal about the memories associated with the items I let go. Writing them down helped me to preserve the essence of those moments without needing the physical objects. The newfound space allowed me to create a more serene environment for myself. I found it easier to meditate, to practice yoga, and to simply relax without the constant reminder of the clutter that once surrounded me. With less clutter, I also found more time and energy to spend with loved ones. The emotional and physical space I had created allowed me to be more present in my relationships, to truly enjoy the moments I shared with others. I even discovered new hobbies and interests. The process of decluttering had opened up not just physical space, but also mental space, allowing me to explore new passions and activities that brought me joy. In the end, sorting through my sentimental items was more than just a physical task. It was a journey of self-discovery and emotional growth. It taught me the value of letting go, of cherishing the memories without being weighed down by the past. As I looked around my newly organized space, I felt a sense of accomplishment and hope. I was ready to embrace the future, to create new memories, and to live a life unburdened by the weight of the past. Gifts were particularly difficult. I felt guilty discarding something someone had lovingly chosen for me. It felt disrespectful, like I was rejecting their kindness. I learned that the true purpose of a gift is to be received. Once the gift is given, its purpose is fulfilled. It doesn't need to be kept forever to honor the giver's intentions. With this newfound understanding, I was able to let go of gifts that no longer served me. I thanked the item for the joy it brought and released it with gratitude. I started by decluttering by category, not by location. This approach, inspired by the KonMari method, allowed me to focus on one type of item at a time, making the process less overwhelming and more systematic. I tackled all my clothes first. This meant taking every single piece of clothing I owned and laying it out in front of me. Seeing the sheer volume of clothes I had accumulated over the years was eye-opening. It made me realize how much I had been holding on to unnecessarily. After clothes, I moved on to books. I gathered every book from every corner of my home and sorted through them. Next were papers, which included everything from old bills to sentimental letters. Sentimental items were particularly challenging, but I saved them for later to build my decision-making muscles. Finally, I tackled miscellaneous items, which ranged from kitchen gadgets to random knickknacks. This method allowed me to see the true volume of each category and make more objective decisions. By grouping similar items together, I could better assess what I truly needed and what was just taking up space. I held each item in my hand and asked myself, does this spark joy? This question, though simple, was incredibly powerful. It forced me to confront my emotional attachment to each item and decide if it was worth keeping. If the answer was yes, I kept it. These were the items that brought me happiness and added value to my life. They were the pieces that I used regularly and loved. If not, I thanked the item for its service and let it go. This act of gratitude helped me to release items without guilt. It acknowledged the role they had played in my life and allowed me to part with them peacefully. This simple question became my guiding principle throughout the entire decluttering process. It provided a clear and consistent framework for making decisions, which made the process smoother and more enjoyable. It helped me to detach from sentimental attachments and make decisions based on what truly brought me joy. The end result was a home filled only with items that I loved and used, creating a more peaceful and organized living space. This method not only decluttered my home, but also brought a sense of clarity and calm to my life. Section 5. The joy of less experiencing the freedom of a tidy home. As I decluttered, I felt a sense of liberation. My home became a haven of peace and tranquility. I was no longer surrounded by clutter, but by items that sparked joy and inspired me. My morning routine became more enjoyable. I no longer wasted time searching for lost items. Everything had its place, and my home became a reflection of my newfound clarity and purpose. Section 6. Finding peace. How decluttering reduced my anxiety. Before decluttering, my mind raced with thoughts about unfinished tasks and misplaced items. The visual chaos of my surroundings contributed to a constant state of low-level anxiety. As my home became tidier, I noticed a profound shift in my mental state. I felt calmer, more focused, and more in control of my life. the physical act of decluttering had a direct impact on my mental well-being. Section 7. Unexpected benefits. Discovering more time and energy. With less stuff, I had more time and energy for the things that truly mattered. I spent more time with loved ones, pursued new hobbies, and focused on personal growth. Decluttering freed me from the burden of managing my possessions. I no longer wasted weekends tidying and organizing. I had more time to live a life aligned with my values and aspirations. Section 8. Sharing the journey, inspiring others to embrace minimalism. As I experienced the transformative power of decluttering firsthand, I felt compelled to share my journey with others. I wanted them to experience the same joy, freedom, and peace that I had found. I started sharing my story and tips through books and workshops. It brought me immense joy to witness others transform their lives by embracing a simpler, more intentional way of living. Section 9. Your path to simplicity. Practical tips for starting your own journey. If you're feeling overwhelmed by clutter, know that you're not alone. Start small. Choose one category or even one drawer to declutter. Ask yourself the magic question: does this spark joy? Let go of guilt and keep only what truly brings you happiness. Embrace the journey. It won't happen overnight, but each item you release will bring you closer to a life of greater joy, purpose, and fulfillment.